Halo, Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Elmiza here. I will explain about the language and culture. Okay, the definition of language. Language as one element of culture has a very important role in human life. Language also a person communicating with other and meeting their needs. So, language is a means of communication between members of the public symbol of the sound produced by means of sight human. Definition of culture. Culture is the whole communication system that bind and allow operation of a set of a people called the public. Thus, culture can be defined as a system for ruler of communication and interaction that allows a society occurs, persevere and persevere. Culture that give a meaning to all business and human movement. Relationship between culture and language. The problem of the relationship between language, culture, and tongue perturbed many linguistics and philosophers assign time to think about this problem. We need to begin with the definition of language and culture. Language is generally accepted as a system of arbitrary vocal symbols used from human communication. And there is a most widely accepted definition of culture. Culture is the total accumulation of belief, custom, values, behavior, institution, and communication pattern that are shared, learned, and passed down through the generation in a identifiable group of people. Lionel Davis, the definition of language and culture invalidates the two are closely connected to each other. On one hand, culture seems so inclusive in informative almost every aspect of human life, including language, people use. On the other hand, when people need to share a culture, they communicate through language. Evidence on the dialectical relationship between language and culture. There is plenty of linguistic evidence of culture difference. We take a relationship issue for example to explain the cultural difference between Chinese people and English speakers. In Chinese, there are more precise terms for describing relationship than in English. Chinese people distinguish relatives on mother side from those on father side. We have the word abio to call the brothers and sisters on mother's side and the word tongue for the father's side. Also, the uncles and aunts are addressed differently on each side. On the contrary, in English there are limited words to describe relationship. Okay, we can draw conclusion. Language is a major component and supporter of culture, as well as a primary tool for transferring message, which is inextricably bound with culture. Learning a second language also involves learning a second culture to varying degrees. On the other hand, language is influenced and shaped by culture. It reflects cultural difference are the most serious arrest, causing misunderstanding, offendedness, and even conflict in cross-cultural communication. So, but foreign language learner should pay more attention to culture communication information.